You're watching KMPH Fox 26. And now, the Valley's morning news and entertainment program, created just for you. This is Great Day.
Do you feel that you're ready to step up your performance at work or in any other part of your life?
Well, joining us to tell you more how you can prepare to step up your performance is author of The 10-Minute Coach, Dan Lier. Good morning, Dan.
Hey, good morning.
Welcome. Good to have you here.
It's great to be here.
Thanks for joining us. So what makes you an expert to tell people how they can improve their lives?
Well, I've been doing this for over a decade. I used to work for a guy named Anthony Robbins, who's the best of the best in the industry. I was essentially his guy for 6 years, traveled around the country, worked with top people, and so it's just a course of events, and that's kind of how it worked.
Well, let me ask you, what's the biggest mistake people make that prevents them for reaching their top and peak performance?
Typically, it's their mindset. You know, my whole thing is 90% of their success is their psychology. So it's what they're thinking about on a daily basis. Most people have what I call faulty belief systems. They have beliefs that stop them from being their best, whether it's having a great relationship or making more money or getting a new job or starting a new business. They have these beliefs inside of their head that say, I'm not able to do that.
Insecurities?
It's just more a belief system. You know, it comes from where you're raised, your environment, all these kind of things. Like, you know, for instance, hypothetically, if you're a sales professional, because right now I'm consulting over at Weber BMW in Fresno. That's why I'm here today.
Great to have you.
And we work with their sales professionals on opening up their mind to connect more with the customer. And if a guy thinks that I'm only going to make 50 grand a year, guess what? That's how much he's going to make. He'll never make 100 or 150 because his mindset says, I'm someone who makes 50 grand.
So is it like positive thinking?
Positive thinking with action. I mean, you can sit in your lounge chair all day and drink margaritas and be positive, but you're not going to get anywhere. So you've got to have action steps. So my book is broken down into 4 different categories. One's for business, one's for life, one's for relationships, and one's for parents raising positive kids. And so we break it down into steps. And the whole psychology behind the 10-Minute Coach is people are busy. I know, I'm busy, you're busy, so it's broken down into small segments, 10 minutes. You can get up in the morning, read a quick chapter in 10 minutes, and you're on your way.
Put into action.
Yeah, put it into action, because that's the fact of the matter is, if you can take little tiny steps every day towards being your best, you're going to get there.
Is self-esteem like one of the biggest barriers people have to performing in life?
There's a lot of things. You know, there's self-esteem, overcoming failure, going through adversity, you know, positive attitude. Those are all things that we can work on, though. And that's why I say that 90% of our success is your psychology.
Well, when you're working with, for example, a sales staff of business XYZ. And everybody wants, in sales, I mean, you work on a commission, you don't want to make 20 grand, you want to make 120, 220, $500,000, whatever it is. What are some of the key steps that one in sales must follow in order to achieve that financial independence or success in making a great living?
That's a great question. And first of all, like I said, you have to have the right mindset. You've got to believe, I've got a great territory, I've got the right product, I have a great company, you have to believe that you can get it done and have that kind of income. Number 2, you have to have a great attitude. Nobody wants to buy anything from someone who's negative. Does that make sense? Number 3, you've got to have a game plan, put an action plan together. And of course, number 4, you have to have skills. You know, work on your skill set. Number 5, you have to actually execute. So there's a lot of things that obviously encompass success, but you know, my book is all about getting people started and having them overcome adversity, push through failure, work on their attitude and things like that on a daily basis.
Well, very cool, and it seems like you've made it very easy for people to make life-changing decisions and moves and steps.
Well, let me ask you very quickly, do you give yourself a time limit, like step 1 should take me 2 days, step 3 should take me 4 days, or just... Is there any kind of time limit you give yourself to say in 2 weeks I'll be at a certain step?
Well, I think it depends on the goals you're setting. You know, the way my book's set up, it's kind of like just a daily guide. You know, daily action strategies for success. You know, the challenge with people in general is that we start something and then we stop, and we start and we stop. But if you can take little bite-sized chunks every single day, you know, like, what are you going to do today to show people that you care about them? What can you do today to be a better father? What can you do tonight to show your wife that you really love her? Little tiny things that work you in the right direction. That's what the book's all about.
Well, thank you very much, Dan Lier. You can buy the book at all the major booksellers, and for more info, you can always log on to our website, kmph.com.
That's right. Actually, we're doing a book signing at Barnes & Noble tonight.
Oh,
wonderful.
What time?
5:30.
Which one?
The one at the Villaggio, I think.
Villaggio Shopping
There you go.
Center. That's it. Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks.